Was there a little? Did you say there's a little Layla riff in there? We heard that just
yes, a bit of a quote,
being quoted musically there.
Yeah.
With the uninitiated. And you said that a lot of this music, like that you've been with you all of your life. You know, both the J.J. Cale music and I suppose the old songs of Fat Swallow and people like that. But was that with you even when you were with like the Cream and all those sorts of, you know, in those?
Yeah, I don't think I have much time for that stuff. It's only about getting into middle age and then older age and then old age. The realisation that, you know, new things aren't that important. You know, it's often like we've often talked about, you and I, where we, you know, rooting around in the past is often the most rewarding thing to do. You know, to find. I mean, it's more, music has always been a thing of discovery for me. It's not like I need to be confronted with new things by young people or anything like that. I discover things in one person's catalogue. And we were talking about, you know, you and I could talk about undiscovered Fats Waller songs all night, or Louis Armstrong songs, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, have you heard this one? And that is as rewarding as anything that you might come along.
Well, in that, having said that, there's a couple of new things that you are listening to. In fact, maybe we should play one of those now.
One of those, yeah.
Yeah. So I think there's you know it's Christmas and you have this is a rather interesting new thing you've found.
Well, I mean, this guy's been around a while, but he's new to me, and I find him. He's got a lot of substance and great writer and a great singer, and his name is Citizen Cope.
Citizen Cope.
Citizen Cope, and this one's called The Hands of the Saints.
Clapton, one of the new things you've been listening to over this Christmas. Now there's various who the people produced the record. Who's produced your record?
Well, I've been, you know, I've become very good friends with a guitar player called Doyle Brown II, and he had been doing some demo work with some friends of his, and he played me something a while back, a couple of years ago, and I thought, I just sort of earmarked it. I thought one day I'd really like him to produce something for me, you know, just like his taste in sounds, and I called him and said, look, do you want to do this? I'm going to do this thing with JJ, but I need someone behind the glass, you know, me and JJ will be on the floor, and we need someone in the control room, and he said yes, and he brought in Justin Stanley, a fantastic musician.
Well, out of interest, when did you get your first guitar ever?
My first guitar came from Bell's music store in Surbiton, and my grandmother bought it on the Never Never. It was a Spanish guitar, but very odd. Well, Spanish guitar with steel strings, quite nasty to play, and it put me off the idea of being a guitar player for a while. And then it came, the temptation overcame me, and I persuaded her to buy me an electric guitar, which was a K. again on the Never Never, and that one I felt was easier to play.
And who were the guitarists that you could hear, I wonder? Who were...
Well, oh God, I mean, it was, by that time there were so many guitar players in my head, and they were all, you know, blues guitar players. So Freddie King, B.B. King, Buddy Guy, Albert King, Hubert Sumlin, all these people that I'd heard on Chess Records, a lot of them on Persian play on Chess Records. And so I was trying to be a lead guitar player. I mean, the idea of being a singer would never crossed my mind, or a songwriter either. I just wanted to be a musician really, for a good long time, until, you know, I was in my 20s. And then, you know, joining a band and being in a band, it was well, if you're going to be, you know, sort of servant to the concept of the band, at some point I wanted to chip in and say, well, I want, you know, we want to do a cover of this, or I've got something of my own. And at that point I started to try and develop an identity, I suppose, as a singer.
One of the people who's inspired this record, one of the musicians that has inspired you, is J.J. Cale, who we were talking about earlier.
Hats off to J.J. always. I still think, you know, he's, you know, one of the great unsung masters, and I think he likes it that way. We know, I mean, he likes a quiet life, and he's retired now, he says. He doesn't really perform or write anymore. He's just, he likes to work in the yard, and he is really one of my great inspirations, and a great friend, and I would like, you know, to take this opportunity to sort of thank him for everything.
Should we play something?
Play a song, yeah, which sort of sums it all up, really.
Old man, tell me what your secret is. Tell me please, can you put my mind at ease? When you're standing in the spotlight with all the girls around, I was wondering how you do it, how you make that sound, tall man. Tell me what your secret is. Tell me please, can you put my mind at ease? Your fingers move so swiftly across those silver strings, look so nice and easy, how you make it sing, guitar man. Tell me what your secret is. Tell me please, can you put my mind at ease? Guitar man in a guitar jam, play it low. Guitar man